Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back, and it is time for another AlphaStar 1 vs 1 replay cast. Today, it is going to be King's Cove Ladder Edition, in which we'll have Alpha Toth going to be taking on Master's Zerg. How much of a master this Zerg is, that'll be what we determine in this video, because there is a wide range of play as far as masters go. Lower end masters can look pretty derpy, whereas high end masters can be, pretty darn sharp. So we'll see exactly how this guy's gonna play taking on AlphaStar, which makes me a little bit nervous because the AI does tend to just massacre Zergs in PvZ. It just says, oh boy, here I go, killing again, and that's exactly what the AI does. So we take a look. Probes moving across the map for AlphaStar, Master's player getting up that hatchery. All is normal. Before we get too far into the video, though, there is, well, I guess two things I want to talk about. The first thing being, leave a like for this Overlord boy just crossing the map. He has got, let's see, what's that, like 8 arms, technically? I don't know, somewhere around there. Let's try and hit 8 likes on this video. The other thing I wanted to talk about was how I'll be taking a bit of a hiatus from YouTube. However, I won't be gone in a sense, because I'm gonna be going away for training related to work. So I'll be gone for around 7 weeks or so, up to 7 weeks. So I'll still have queued up videos on the channel. I'm gonna be commentating a lot to try and get ahead on that. But yeah, as far as like my social media and stuff, I'll be pretty quiet. As far as other things, I'll be relatively quiet. But in the meantime, while I am gone, if you guys can keep liking the videos, that would be awesome. Now we see AlphaStar being a pain with its probe, but oh, actually loses it, getting killed by those big meaty drone claws. And then the Master's player just pulls out of the gas, is just macroing up pretty normally. AlphaStar just getting out its Adept, getting the Nexus on the way. And yeah, we take a look, Robo on the way for AlphaStar, so going for that Robo opening, which could be its Zerg murdering build, which is exactly what it does in the early game at times. Notably, the AI basically delays warp gate a little bit to get that Robo out right away, which I'm not sure if that's the staple for Protoss or not. However, it's not completely unorthodox for Protoss to basically delay warp gate a bit in order to get out the fastest tech possible, because you want your tech as a Protoss player. First Adept is moving across the map for AlphaStar. We've got another one being chrono boosted out. Gonna run right into this Ling though. Gonna execute that poor Zergling. The Adept will kind of just hold back a bit, though. We'll see if that gets crossing the map once again. The Adept, she's looking to shade on in towards the natural base of the Zerg. Gonna shade, but the Lings are there to greet her, so she's gonna back off, just cut down a Ling or two. The third base hasn't yet started for the Masters player, but it should be soon. And the Adept, oh, she actually shaded into the main base, but does she even get anything? The answer is no. 3 Lings have died this game, but that Adept shading into the main really just died, didn't get a whole lot accomplished. Looks like 2 more Adepts are going to move out on the map for AlphaStar, but usually AlphaStar's Adepts early on get at least 1 or 2 drones, so this is quite a good start for the Masters player. They're not floating a ton of money. The third base was maybe a bit late. However, everything still seems to be looking pretty sharp, and Overlord is right over the base of AlphaStar, so the Robo's been seen. The Twilight Council getting thrown up has been seen. The Masters player just getting up a Roach Warren a little bit early defensively, I guess, seeing something that's tipping him off to maybe some aggression. Now we take a look. Lings and Queens are going to try and shut down these 2 Adepts. AlphaStar's, these 2, going to be shading towards the main base. Drones trying to intercept, get a very nice surround on the Adepts, so going to be picking these off relatively quickly. How many drones die? I think that was only like 3. So yeah, only 3 drones died. The Zerg player is looking pretty good, going to be getting around to that 40 drone mark. I said that Roach Warren was early, really it's not. You just want to get up to 40 drones, then start building your Roaches, so that seems to be good. But then we do take a look. Couple more Adepts being warped into the main base of the Zerg player, who's not really paying attention to this. In come the Adepts. They're going to start cutting up these drones. The drones ain't running yet. No, it's already 3 dead. So AlphaStar, even though it didn't get the damage done with the initial attack, it is going to be getting a lot more drone damage, killing, what, like 5 drones there? Yeah, that makes the damage really rack up. Next is the Dark Shrine charge on the way. AlphaStar's just doing its classic build. If you're a Protoss player, I would be trying this build, as AlphaStar just makes it look so strong. The Adepts, they make it to the natural. Oh no, not again, Zergy boy. Yeah, AlphaStar is just massacring yet another Zerg. Take a look at this. We see the Adepts shading about, just popping back and forth between bases. A ton more Adepts are gonna warp in. It's not even the charge lots or the DTs that the AI will soon have the tech for. Instead, the AI is just like, more Adepts. Heard her Adept printer go burr, says the AI, as it's just gonna kill the few lings that are there to defend. These two roaches are like, oh god, what did we just walk up to? And they see just tons of Adepts. The drones are running every which way. AlphaStar pretty much doubling its opponent's worker count, and then gonna be going for a kill and move, probably with the DTs or charge lots. But for now, this is just an absolute reckoning that the AI has bestowed upon this poor Zerg player. The Spore Crawlers will actually shut down the DTs if they do get warped in, but I don't think it really matters. The damage has been done this game. The Adepts are now gonna shade towards the natural. The roaches are there to actually intercept these, but the Masters player knows it's over. GG! That build, for those of you that are wondering, was done by the mid iteration of AlphaStar, which is usually the one that pulls that off. And so it's got a very lethal build order in that AlphaStar Protoss agent. Just slaughters Zergs over and over again. Now, this game, I imagine, will be a little bit different. We've got a Diamond Zerg this time, going to be taking on Alpha Terran in a bit of a TVZ, ZVT, whatever way you look at it. The Overlord going to be moving across the map. I guess technically it does only have 6 legs if we really focus on him. Or I mean, he's kind of got some at the back. Sorry, Overlord, I'm gonna look at your butt here. 2, 3, yeah. Okay, yeah, so 3 for each side, right? Alright, we need to like dig deeper into this at some point. How many legs does an Overlord have? But I'm gonna go ahead and say that these big meaty claws that it has, and its head even kind of looks like a leg too. But that's a head. There's its claws. What an Overlord uses its claws for, I don't want to know. It just probably picks up Marines and eats them. God, that would be horrifying. Just you're a Marine going about your day, all of a sudden there's like a black shadow just above your head. You're like, oh no. It's just a hungry Overlord looking for some snacks. Okay, now that aside, we have got AlphaStar gonna be moving across the map with this SCV, scouting out, doing the usual Terran stuff, saying, hey, that is a hatchery. There's a normal timed pool. All is well in the world. I can take my expansion. This is great, says the AI. If it could talk, I'm sure that's what it would say, because that's exactly what you're looking for as the Terran player. Now, let's see. Command Center coming out. Then the Reaper, Overlord, all of that jazz, all that good stuff. SCV moving back home. Probably going to be a factory following this up. I don't think we've ever seen AlphaStar open up with a 3 racks play. Yeah, I'm not sure we've ever seen AlphaStar go 3 racks bio. Yeah, factory on the way next, making the 1 Marine. Usual, very standard TVZ build. We'll see if it's going to get a bunker at the natural or just go right into that Hellion production. A reactor should be starting momentarily. Where's the gas for it? There's the gas for it. So it will be that Hellion production. For now, the Reaper for AlphaStar moving across the map. Ooh, eats a few ling shots. The AI kind of derping a little bit when it comes to microing that Reaper. Does end up turning around, repelling those lings. Gotta be careful, though. Many a Reaper have died to the queen that pops out of that hatchery. That kind of just explodes out of it. Never really looked too close at that. And, oh, Reaper, be careful! Oh my god, no! AlphaStar! Oh, it could have had the creep tumor at the very least, or it could have escaped. Instead, it chose neither. So, nice for the Diamond player to get rid of the Reaper. If you're a Zerg and you kill your opponent's Reaper without losing a drone, I think you're going to be pretty darn happy about that. Now AlphaStar behind this, getting up an Alpha Starport, then going for just another Marine or 2, making the Hellions, all that jazz. So let's see, how's the Diamond Zerg player gonna play this? It's been a while since we've seen AlphaStar really get cheesed, I think. So let's see a real nice lair go up Diamond player, or a Baneling Nest. Who knows? Maybe he'll Maybe he'll do a big Bane bust, and there's always a chance of that if we take a look, because the Diamond player is still mining gas. That's the reason why I pretty much said, what you gonna do with that? And the choice is a Baneling nest, exactly. We could just start seeing the Diamond player just making lings. Ling printer go, you know. Next, Liberator's on the way. Hellions being produced by AlphaStar, still probably for some light aggression, but usually this does lead into a third CC. Whether the Diamond player will just use these Lings and Banelings for defensive purposes, or whether he'll go on the offensive, that remains to be seen. An Armory is on the way for AlphaStar, so there's a chance that this will lead into a Hellbat timing attack. Really just trying to bully the Zerg off their third base. The Baneling Nest for the Diamond player will be very helpful. Hellions come in though, they kill a Creep Tumor, not bad at all. The Lings are going to move forward, try and surround, but there's not really a surround amount of Lings. Like 2 Lings left, yeah, they don't really cut that. AlphaStar has that starport finished up, is going to be getting a tech lab on it, potentially going to be getting a cloak, something like that. There's the barracks production starting behind this for AlphaStar. I imagine we'll see lots of siege tanks in tow, because that's what the AI does. Overall, though, a fairly normal macro game. That armory will be done soon, so we will be able to see the Hellbats poke for AlphaStar. A lair does end up starting for the Diamond player, getting up that Evo chamber, so we'll have a probably melee attack or Carapace. And then we'll see where the game goes from here. Is the Zerg player going to trend towards Mutas? Is the Zerg player going to make Hydras? It's tough to say. There hasn't been any extra gases thrown down for the Diamond player yet. And if we do take a look, the Diamond player is pulling a bit of a boo-boo as he's floating over 1,000 minerals. Pro tip, ladies and gentlemen, if you are floating this much money, your attention is focused in the wrong places. Right now, the Zerg player could be firing up 28 drones or so, and that would put him at a very high number. Of course, he is worried about the Hellions, but it's not like he's making anything. It's not like he's making Lings to help defend this. I think he's just paying attention to the units he has, but oh no! He's going up to so much money, 1,600. 1,600 is not what you want. AlphaStar itself has even been floating like up to 800 minerals amidst this, but 800 is much, much less than being over the 1,000 mark. There's 32 Lings on the way for the Diamond player, but he's still got money in his back pocket. He's missing his injects. We're seeing the classic, I focus too much on my micro, not my macro. These Banelings should be able to dispatch the Hellbats, and all I want to see from the Zerg player after this is a healthy amount of drones getting made. Inject those hatcheries. Liberator is killing drones, but the Diamond player, he has enough minerals to build 30 drones. Do it. Inject those hatcheries, get that production rolling. Fire up a 4th base. Lord knows he got the money for it. We are seeing the classic Diamond player macro. Some Diamond players do a very good job macroing. We've even seen a Plat or 2 in this series who's macroed well. But it does go to show how Diamond players aren't the most rounded. Some have really good micro, some have really good macro. This guy seems to be lacking on the macro front. Trying to deal with that Liberator, popping out more Queens, but nothing else is really getting made. There's been times which there's been like nothing on the production tab, and that's pretty much what this game has been. We see 18 Lings get fired up once again, but there's so many resources here. Still, for the Diamond player, he's going to be losing more and more Lings. This is just a disaster, this one, I gotta say. AlphaStar has its 3rd base done. It's getting up its additional barracks. I don't see a world which the Diamond player is going to win this game. I know you may say, well, it hasn't gone that wrong. Yeah, but macro is really indicative of how the game's going to go. If you don't have good fundamentals on macro, you will not have a good time on Starcraft 2. Well, that's a lie. You can be like a pro cannon rusher with horrible macro, but there's times which you do have to macro. The Zerg player does decide to throw up a 4th base, which I like, but once again, that could have been 2 minutes ago with the amount of money he had. He's making just a few more drones at a time. We gotta see the injects keep rolling. We gotta see units keep getting pumped out. This is another one of these laughing games, goes on a rant about macro. That's what I do on this channel, apparently. We see the 4th base is on the way. I mean, the Diamond player does have the lair done. It would be good to see Baneling speed start too, because eventually AlphaStar is just going to cross the map with a boatload of Marines and tanks. There's lots of drones getting fired up for the Diamond player. He's got so much money, though, he can barely spend it. He's just got to keep spending all your money on those drones. Now, AlphaStar itself is going to be getting a 4th command center on the way. Why not? Supply-wise, it's just starting to shoot ahead in both fronts. It's got a better army. The Baneling speed does start for the Diamond player, which is a bit of a relief. He's now even starting +2 attack. Maybe we'll see a Spire, maybe we'll see a Hydra Den go up 2, because you generally don't just want to sit on the Ling Bane composition. These Queens should just be injecting hatcheries for the amount of energy they have. I'd even love to see a macro hatchery for the Diamond player at this point, as if you can't keep up with your injects, the macro hatch is a good way to help compensate that shortcoming. The Diamond Zerg, though, is macroing up a little bit more now. Making some units, getting 2-1 on the way, which is good to see. Yeah. Now we take a look. That 4th base is done for the Diamond Zerg. Making 12 Banelings, getting up the additional gases at the 3rd to ensure lots of minerals and gas, both for that mass Baneling count, which he seems to be going for. AlphaStar is now starting to push out on the map. How well is it going to be microing today? That is the question. Lings and Banes going to be moving out on the map, going to surround these Marines. The Banelings are going to come forward, but no, AlphaStar does pick off, gets away easily. Income Marines on the left side, they're going to be stepping on the creep. Suddenly the Diamond player is going to have to split his attention. He was already replacing that creep, which was picked off, which is nice. However, he's now got to shut down this attack on the bottom left. Does AlphaStar lift up? No, it doesn't. So we see the AI eating some nasty Baneling connections. However, the AI is now almost ahead 100 supply, really around like 80 supply at this point. But that just goes to show from the constant macro, the Diamond Zerg is now floating 3,000 minerals. That is 10 hatcheries worth of minerals for you Zerg players. I'd really like to see just an extra hatch get thrown up. Start making the Banelings. Banelings for days. You can't go wrong with mass Banelings, in my opinion. Now, the Diamond player is just not doing anything. Like, spend your money, guy. There we go, 62 Lings on the way. I mean, it's something, right? 62 Lings. The injects are still happening a little bit. We just got to see that constant use of injects. The Diamond Zerg now getting up an infestation pit. Ultras are good too, as they're very expensive, so you don't have to macro too much to build them. Your bank won't be that high when you're making ultras. The Diamond Zerg does have 21 Banelings out. Could make a lot more with the bank he has. He is going to have to shut down this attack that AlphaStar is going for, though. We're going to have to see more and more units getting produced by the Diamond player. Unit count is everything in a situation like this. There is 21 Banelings out, but just 21 Banelings. It's not that much when they're going up against 6 siege tanks, when there's all this marine bio here for the AI. The Banelings are going to start rolling forward. What connections do they get? They get some okay connections, but most of the Marines do persist for AlphaStar. And this is just going to be a textbook. AlphaStar wins the game as it macros up better than its opponent does. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, as I'm doing these AlphaStar videos till there is no more AlphaStar to cast. Join my Discord. It's linked in the description below. Follow me on Twitter. And then if you do want to support the channel, consider becoming a member for just a small amount a month, and it does go a long way to supporting the channel. I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. This has been LaughNgamez.